Unknown Empire. How are y'all doing today? I know you hadn't seen my face in a little minute. If you're new to the channel, I am Unknown Emperor. As the title suggests, life has been kicking my ass. That's kind of where I've been. It's kind of where life is kind of taking us. But we on the other side. We on the other side of that tunnel. We are on the up and up right now. And shit, I honestly don't know where to begin. I don't know where to start. I really don't. Cause it's kind of different parts of how life has really been treating me. Like, I guess I can start when it was the end of October. It's the end of October, and I get into a wreck. I total out my car. Yep, totaled it out. And I'm stranded on the side of the road at 2 o'clock in the morning. I am stranded on the side of the road at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like something in the middle of the road. I hit it. My car started to smoke. And it was gone. It was done. Had to pull over on the side of the road. I started going crazy. I was in the party with my friends. We was sitting there chilling. We was having a nice old time. I was feeling good. Everything was smooth. Boom. Now I'm hyperventilating on the side of the road by myself heading home. 2 o'clock in the morning. And on top of that, on top of hitting something in the middle of the road, car smoking, being stranded on the side of the road, I had just copped a nice 14. So I'm sitting pretty. I'm finna go home and enjoy a great life. A great life. Like, oh my goodness. I was finna have one of the best times ever. It just died in that moment. Boom. Just like that. Had to call the police. I could have got my car towed to my house, but he was talking about $1,000. I don't know if y'all done seen where I'm at. How I'm, I don't have $1,000 to just drop. Boom. So they had to take it to the tow truck. I had to get a ride by my dog Guru, guy 17. Shout out to him for taking care of me in that night. And now I'm carless. Went through insurance, got a rental. Because my car was deemed a total loss, that they only took care of my rental for a few days. So I have to start over in a few days. And as y'all saw, I had an AEW event to go to. I had to go to Houston for an AEW event because I had already bought my VIP tickets. Like it was crazy. Now I had fun. Now I did get the rental. They did take care of it. They did extend it until the next week. And on that Wednesday, I did go to Houston. I went to Houston and I sat behind the announcer's table. If you go back on that episode of AEW Dynamite, you will see a nice chocolate handsome young man behind the announcer's table in like a beanie and some glasses. A nice black hoodie type, sleeveless hoodie type thing with some cast him in your movies. He was a great background character. Go back and watch that episode of AEW. Let me find out where it was. Cause I think it was one of the last October episodes. Or was it? No, it was the November 5th episode. It was the November 5th episode. So go back and watch the November 5th episode of AEW Dynamite. You will see your Unknown Emperor in the background of a lot of the scenes. And I think you should cast him in all your movies as a nice background character. And he'll work his way up to be a mainstay in the films. But that's beside the point. AEW show was nice. I took a picture with the belt. I took a nice little video with the belt. I met Jeff Jarrett. I met Lance Archer. Got close and personal. Was disappointed. Was disappointed in the strip clubs. Was disappointed in the strip clubs at Houston. Extremely, extremely disappointed. Maybe I just don't got enough money. Maybe I'm just not rich enough. But I was not pleased. Not pleased at all. But then I come back home. Boom. Still got the rental. Now I'm paying for the rental. Out of pocket. Granted, I still don't have a car. I can't do anything about that until my birthday, which is a week later on November the 13th. So I'm paying for the rental out of pocket for a week. Well, longer than a week because story continues. So we fast forward to my birthday, which is November 13th. Fast forward to my birthday. So now I don't have a car. I'm paying for a rental. I still got to get to work. I still got to, manage, still got to do it. So I don't have time to just stop, go look at cars, this, that, and the third. So, making it work, trying to focus in on stuff. That's kind of where I've been. But then, all right, boom, boom, boom. Fast forward to my birthday. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Birthday, boom, get up. I'm supposed to be dealing with the dealership this day. I called them. No, they called me. They was like, hey, you're pre-approved. We see what car you're looking at. Everything, blase, blase, blase. All that good stuff. I'm ready to see you. All right, boom. Get there. Hey, I'm coming in to check in. Appointment. Boom, you're here. Let's go. They take me. I go to the back. I'm talking to old dude. He's like, all right, cool. I see what car you was looking at. You're looking at this Sentra. Boom. What are your numbers? All right, sir. My numbers are 400. If I like the vehicle enough, I'm willing to go to 420. I don't want to put anything down, but if I have to, I can. And then I told him the amount that I was willing to put down. Granted, he's writing down the numbers, but he's not writing down the numbers that I'm telling him. I'm saying, like I told him 400, this, that, and the third. He wrote down 450 to 500, and he wrote down 3,000. I say something about it. He like, no, we wrote this down. We wrote it a little bit higher to give us some wiggle room to negotiate it down to it. We're gonna work in your favor. I'm gonna get you in that car that you want to get in. Okay, cool. Boom. Took me for a test drive. Granted, the car was dirty. Like, he was like, oh, it was just been sitting up, this, that, and third. The car was dirty. You knew what type of car I wanted, what I wanted to test drive, this, that, and third, but you left it dirty. This, that, and the third, it drove nice. We ended up talking, we running it. Granted, I'm a salesperson. I've been in sales for about 5 years. I've been a manager in sales for about 3. So I, again, told him up front, hey, I know you want to make your money. I know I don't want to break my pockets. I'm going to take care of you. You take care of me. I thought we had a mutual understanding. Remember the numbers I told y'all at the beginning of this part? So, all right, boom. We come back from the test drive. He's like, all right, cool, sit down. I'm going to go crunch up some numbers for you. I'll be right back. I'm sitting there with my mother. We sitting down, we chilling, talking like, hey, she like, why he got to keep going back and forth? I was like, I don't know. That's just I'm pretty sure this is how I go down. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I'm just trying to sit here and get it taken care of because I want to get me a vehicle. I'm not desperate for a vehicle, but if it makes sense, then I got it. So he come back, he sit down, straight face. I'm talking about straight face, calm, cool, collected. He said, all right, I got a number for you. How does 700 sound? 700 what? 700 seconds? Till you tell me my real cost. Like, what do you mean 700? And he said, no. If you break it down into bi-weekly cost, That's $350 bi-weekly. I think that's something that you can handle, that you can manage. So I'm bad with my faces. Like, my faces tell the whole story. I probably don't even got to say nothing, but my face gonna tell it all. I get that from my mom. So when I look at my mother and the face on her and the look on her face is just as perplexed as mine, and I'm sitting there dumbfounded as hell at the number that I just heard, I know we both have just heard the same thing. I'm disrespected at this point. We to a point of something completely different. So I'm like, no, I don't like that number. That's not the number that I said. So he's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna try to work up some more stuff for you. I'll be right back. So he leave. My mama already ready to go. I'm like, no, let's see what next number he got for us. Then if I don't like the number, then we can go ahead and skedaddle. He come back. He said, okay, cool. He pointed me to the financial supervisor dude. I don't forgot what his name was. She said, hey, he's been working with it. We were able to crunch some stuff for you. And we were able to knock down $100 to make it $600. That's $300 bi-weekly. That works a little better, right? I'm like, no, that's not a 4 in front of that. That's nowhere near my cost. That's not even close to my max. So boom. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this. We finna get ready to go. We getting ready to go. Mama outside chilling. I'm waiting on him to come back so I can go ahead and tell him, like, hey, I don't like the numbers, so can you please work up some numbers for me so I can get it taken care of? Just send them to me, call me, talk to me, and I'll come back whenever we got some good numbers. Before I leave, his senior manager or whatever came back to hound me. He was like, hey, what can we do to get you to leave in this vehicle right now? I'm like, get it to my price. And I will leave right now with the vehicle. And he was like, okay. How about we do $469? I'm like, no. He started to get a little agitated. He said, but that's about $20 over your max price, and I brought it down from $700. I'm like, no, I didn't. The price that's right here is the price that your salesman put. I came in saying that I wanted my monthly to be $400. My max is $420. He wrote down $450 to $500. That's still over my max price. I was at a car dealership and they tried to fuck me over. But yeah, I was like, that's way over my price. Please, I was like, I'm finna go. Call me whenever you get whatever car is within the price range that I'm telling you to get me in this car or get me in a car. It doesn't have to be this car. But he's so hell bent on getting me in that vehicle. I'm gonna get you in it. I'm like, all right, cool. Bye. All right, I'm finna go. We leave. We go to another dealership. I like the cars, but I'm not really in love with them. My mother told me, hey, go to your bank. Your bank might have something. I go to my bank. Be careful picking up your kids from soccer practice. I go to my bank. My bank says they're not really big on auto financing. They're focused more on mortgages and weddings and stuff like that, family, stuff along those lines, not really auto financing. So that's when they gave me a credit union. It is one of the credit unions that is in the local area that I was looking for my vehicle. I go to them. I explain the whole ordeal of how the dealership was started off at $700 and just so happened to drop down to $450 before I left. I told them how it was up and down. I told them how their energy was. And the credit union was looking at me like, hey, you've been through a lot on your birthday. Granted, crazy. Still my birthday. It was still my birthday. Still going crazy. So credit union look at it. They like, hey, give us your price. We're going to build you up a catalog, an inventory of cars in the area that you can go to, especially if you're willing to drive, if we get you financed. I'm like, okay, cool. So we sit down. That takes a couple hours. That takes up most of the day. We get it. We look up the car that the dealership just told me $700 for per month to drop down to $450, which is shady to me. But hey, that's just the life of the world. That's just how the world works. They listen to me. They like, that don't make sense. I called them. I told them that I was in the bank, that I was looking over it. The car dealership person, my salesman got cold. He was like, you're not getting it, you're talking to the bank. Absolutely. I'm not doing this. So we get the dealership to send over an invoice, an itemized invoice of how they were finna bill me for this car. They send it over. The credit union looks at it. They're like, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. And then they call them up on some real mob shit. Like, hey, what are these charges that you're putting on my client's invoice? They explain it. The lady on the phone, the manager, she was like, he don't need it. Take it off and send over an updated invoice with the stuff that we asked you to remove. They like, all right, we finna close. There's nothing else that we can do here. We got your profile. Whenever they send over the invoice, we'll stay open late for you. Whenever they send over the invoice, we'll call you and we'll go over the numbers. If you like it, you can get your car tomorrow. I go home. I'm chilling. I got 5 missed calls from potential spam. If you get a call from potential spam, they're not going to call 5 times. They're going to call once, maybe twice, at the max 3. But I had 5 missed calls from the same potential spam number with a 6th one coming in. So I answered the 6th call like, hey, what's going on? My advisor from the credit union, she answers the phone. She said, hey, I'm sorry, I'm blowing up your phone, but it's really important I get to you. I advise you don't use that dealership. What? Why don't you want me to use this dealership? Tell me why. Listen to this. Tell me why they sent over an updated invoice. They sent over an updated itemized, buyer's order. They took off all the miscellaneous stuff that the credit union told them that I wouldn't need, but they didn't take it off of the overall price of the car. They actually added on more cost to the overall retail cost of the car. So the second invoice that they sent me with the updated items taken off was more expensive than the first one. If you're in the car business, if you're in a car dealership, is that how you operate for real? Is this how you get your sick kicks for real? Like, is that how it go down? I ain't gonna say no names or nothing to nobody. Everything is in the general public and in my life, because I'm just trying to give y'all a viewpoint of what I went through. So I'm back at square one. So on my birthday, I don't get a car. I have to pay for the rental extra days. And then that was the start of my vacation. The next day, I got to drive to Texas to look for cars, and I find cars. Now, the good part about having a credit union and the good part about having somebody look over stuff for you is your talk track is simple, because I went to 3 or 4 dealerships on the next day, and my talk track was this. Hey, I've already looked at the vehicle that I wanna inquire about. I just want to test drive it, or I want to look over it. I don't necessarily want to go over numbers, because anything that you give me with number wise, I'm just going to ask you to email your invoice over to my credit union, and they're going to look over it and they're going to tell me the numbers. And then there, with me saying that, it lets me know if you were finna try to get over on me, or if you were finna if you really just trying to help me in a way. Because if your energy changed, I knew you was finna try to up me on something, because why would your energy change? You know that I'm going through a credit union. You know that it's going to be a guaranteed sale. But if I'm telling you I'm going through this credit union, why would you be disgruntled? because you know you're not finna get over on me. You're not gonna be able to wiggle in any of the nonsense. So that's if you have no takeaway from anything that I'm telling you within this brief little story time, it has to be get you a credit union, get you somebody to go through, get you a financial advisor, or at least for me, because I'm the type of person I don't want to deal with that. I realize I don't want to deal with the middleman. I don't want to deal with the middleman. I don't want to deal with nothing extra. That's not me. Don't want to do it. Not it. Not it. So I find me a car. I can't get it. I can't get it Saturday or Sunday because the credit union is closed Saturday or Sunday. But I go to the credit union Monday. We're there all day Monday morning. All day Monday morning. All the way to their lunch was at 1. And just finalizing everything. The car, making sure that's what I want, contacting the dealership, everything like that, going back and forth, doing everything. Finalized it, we got it. She's like, hey, I'm gonna make up your profile, this, that, and the third. You're not gonna be able to get it till tomorrow. All right, cool. Which is what's today? Today is Friday, so this past Monday, they told me I was gonna get my car Tuesday. All right, that's fine. I'll just pay for the rental one more day. That's cool. So while I'm out, I realize I work the next day. I call my boss like, hey, because, I'm a manager, but I also have to report to somebody. So I'm calling the person I report to like, hey, I won't be able to make it to work tomorrow. I still haven't got my car yet, and I still need to turn in this rental. How can we do this? He was like, hey, we can just try to use your vacation time. You don't really have any more of it. You haven't used it at all, so we can try to just time it like that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Anything that I need to do to make sure that it goes through seamless and anything like that. He got a little quiet. He was like, he was like, I'm gonna be honest. You probably don't even have to worry about that. I'm like, what do you mean? Is that good or bad? He said, you hadn't been watching the news? I said, no, I've been kind of dealing with my own shit right now. I hadn't been able to watch the news. What's going on? He said, yeah, right now, Thursday, we don't know if we're gonna have a job. I'm like, what? What you mean? What you mean we won't have a job? Yeah. The big rumor is that the company is supposed to be shutting down over 200 stores and cutting over 15,000 employees. And we're on that chopping block? Man, I don't know. Anything's up in the air. So Monday, I get the news that I can get my car the next day, but I also get the news that I might not have a job this Thursday, which was yesterday. So, yippee, yeah. Oh my goodness, which was an emotional roller coaster. All right, cool. So I don't know if I'm gonna have a job. All right, Tuesday, I get my car. My car is a beautiful car. It's a nice dark burgundy maroon. Some people say plum color. I call them Ermac. Tinted windows, nice car. Had to drive to Texas to get it. Didn't get that till late, but we got it. I'm happy I got it. Wednesday, go to work. Still up in the air. Thursday, yesterday morning, November 20th, 2025. I opened my eyes. I hadn't even wiped the crust from my eyes. My first thought hadn't formed yet. I'd reach over, grab my phone, and open my messages to a long paragraph from my manager saying, hey, As of December 31st, you will no longer be employed. What? Like, come on now. Come on now. As of December 31st, you would no longer be employed. At least they give you some time. At least he gave us some time. But I got some more information on it. The store that I was working at was sold out to a different company. So now I think it's called divested. It's been divested to a different company, like a little mom and pop type ordeal. And I feel like, they came, they talked to us. I can keep my manager position. It can be vetted. It's going to be a pay decrease. It's going to be a lot of stuff. But I said all that to say, in a span of a month, lost my car, got fucked over by the dealerships, had to get a steroid shot for acute laryngitis, lost my job, can possibly get another one, or it's guaranteed because I can just carry over. I've gotten behind on my anime. I've gotten behind on my manga. I've gotten behind. I can't really get behind on my wrestling. I've gotten behind on my cartoons. I don't even know if what new music is out. I got to get back on my reactions. I got behind on my Twitch. I've gotten behind on my YouTube. I've gotten behind on so much shit. But that's been my life story. Like that, not my life story. That's just been my month story. And then that's just like kind of been the highlights. Cause I deal with dumb people at work every day. Like I deal with dumb people at work every day. Every day. Oh, you just missed the story time about how I totaled out my car. The dealership tried to fuck me over. I had to get a steroid shot for acute laryngitis. My birthday vacation was a waste. I learned valuable lessons. I'm not even gonna be mad because I got a new car. I have a new job opportunity. I asked the higher powers to put me in the position to focus on Twitch, focus on YouTube, to put more energy into my manga, into anime, and my job said as of December 31st, I'll be no longer employed. Yeah, that too. That also too. Oh, funny part that was missed that I didn't tell in the story. All right, cool. So when I totaled out my car, like I said at the beginning, I totaled out my car. I was heading home with a 14. All right, if y'all know what a 14 is, if y'all know what a 14 is, the 14 is, this, that, and third. I had to put that on the side of the road because I had to call the police, come get it. I went back the next day and I'm searching on the side of the road for about 30, 40 minutes. I do not find it. The car that I parked it a little bit further up the road. I walked, I tried to retrace my steps. It didn't work. I'm looking on the side of the road 30 minutes for a 14 in a plastic bag. In the side of the road where it's woods at, tall grass, this, that, and the third. 30 minutes, waste, had to go to work. Tell me why the very next day, I go back to the same exact spot that my car was in 2 days prior because it was a little wet spot on the ground from it leaking like oil and coolant and shit like that. I park and I'm like, okay, cool. Let me retrace my steps exactly how I threw it out. So I open the door. I wait for traffic to pass by. I open the door. I walk in front of the car. I walk down the hill. I was like, okay, cool. Now, when I was thinking about putting it up, I put it right here. And when I reached down, I grabbed it. I picked it up like some cartoon type, like some TV type shit, like If I were to retrace my steps and it'd be anywhere, it'd be right here. And it'd be exactly where you put your hand. I picked it up, I looked around, make sure there wasn't nobody, put it in my pocket, went about my business. Something that took 40, 45 minutes that I didn't even get took me 30 seconds on the very next day. But yeah, that's kind of where I've been the last month. And now the goal on November 21st, 2025 is to hit the ground running and really focus in on these music reactions, really focus in on my anime, my manga, my wrestling, really hone in on a bunch of shit because I want this unknown empire to grow. I want to get to 1,000 followers. I want to get to 10K. I want to get to 100K. I want to be able to be getting invited to these wrestling events, these anime events. I want to have live reactions with artists, like people coming to showcase their music right here. Or if y'all want to come be interviewed, just be coming to having a sit down. Like, this is an open environment. Like, I'm willing, everybody here is welcome. Like, we just chilling. We a nice little vibe. We unknown until we known. And even when we known, we're still unknown. Like, that's just kind of how our life really push it. But that's kind of where I've been the last month. So that's why my Twitch streams and my YouTube videos has kind of been inconsistent. But even with that, I was inconsistent before then. So, but this just gives me something to kind of blame. Because that's a lot of shit to take on. No Diddy. But we're on the other side of that. It's only up from here. I have no complaints. Because we made it out. We're still on this side of the ground. Regardless of it, I learned a lot of valuable lessons. And, well, yeah. But I appreciate y'all for staying tuned for my story time. I will be doing more story times because I just like to sit down. And my life isn't very interesting. My life's not interesting. I don't really do too much. I don't. But I've done some shit that warrants a nice little sit down, chill, relax type vibe, But I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know if you want more story times, and let me know what type of story times you would like to hear. Cause I'm pretty sure I have a story for damn near everything. Maybe. If I don't, then I'll make a story. I can create a story real quick. Maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I am Unknown Emperor. Until next time, y'all have a blessed one.